Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, can your celebrity crush be a red flag?
Also, meet the 6-year-old Girl Scout who sold over 80,000 boxes of cookies.
All that and more on the way next. Does this sound like a good idea to you? A zombie survival cruise?
I probably wouldn't go on it.
You would skip it?
Yeah.
You love horror.
I do, but I don't want my vacations to be like I'm the one in the horror movie. You know?
Don't you like escape rooms too?
I've tried one escape room, yes. But I prefer and escape rooms can kind of be like this. I prefer murder mysteries. So you're trying to figure out a mystery, you're trying to solve it, you're like a detective.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is, I guess, good news for you. This is nowhere near here. It's in Japan,
okay,
where they are launching the Obaken zombie ship, No Escape.
Ooh, that scares me even more.
Yeah, a new zombie survival cruise. It's a scenario where this is the quote, you never know what will happen.
Okay.
It is coming up on March 8th. It not only is it a zombie survival cruise, but there's also a all-you-can-eat sushi dinner.
Okay, that part sounds nice.
So yeah, but that seems like that would you be able to enjoy your sushi if you knew there could be zombies afoot?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, if I'm going on a cruise, I don't want to have to worry about like who's around the next corner. You know, I want to be relaxed.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed this too. Also, maybe would this make you more likely to do it? It's more like a horror escape room than it is a vacation because it's only 2 hours.
Oh, so it's not like a week that you're living in terror.
They say it is actually at sea, but it's not. Like a whole.
Yeah.
Like you're going along the coast of the entirety of Japan or something like that. Like we would think of regular vacation cruises here.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. That I would not want to do this.
Yeah, no way.
I don't do horror, haunted houses.
Yeah.
I don't even really like horror movies. Why? That's my free time. I feel like I'm stressed out enough in life. I don't want my vacation or like my leisure time to be intentionally making myself stressed and anxious.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. For me, a horror movie is pretty much just the amount that I would want. I'm in my own home or in a cozy theater, and I don't have to worry about somebody coming around a corner to scare me.
Yeah. This definitely. The zombies, they have to touch you, right?
I guess you'd probably have to sign like a form or something, a consent form.
Yeah, because if you don't have to worry about the zombies touching you, then how could you get infected?
Yeah,
you'd be totally safe. Kind of remove all of the scariness of it.
Yeah.
The main scariness. But if you would do this, definitely let us know. It's less than $200, which kind of feels like a pretty good deal. All you can eat sushi and a zombie cruise.
Yeah, the sushi part. Can I just come for the sushi?
Yeah,
with
just
like
leave.
Guaranteed of not having to deal with any zombies.
It sounds like the sushi part is on land before you set sail. So
okay.
Definitely, I feel like you could do that. Maybe just pay for that
and just don't even get on the ship. I will tell you, Hudson, in college, I was a part of a zombie trail that we did, kind of a zombie trail. It wasn't zombies, but we were like, they're infected, you know?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be...
Like The Walking Dead, you wouldn't use the word zombie.
Yeah, exactly. But I was supposed to be like a leader. I was a part of the production of this, and I was a leader for... You would have a group of 6 people that would sign up to walk through this trail. Because this was during COVID, and so we were like, you can't all have a bunch of people together.
Sure.
So we can have 6 people outside in a group of friends, and one person that's leading them through to get them to the safe zone. But as you're leading through, we were in the woods, in the backwoods of where our college was, and the only person that was allowed to get touched by the zombies was me, who's the leader, who's in on it. So it wasn't as bad. But there were a couple times where I was like, we gotta get out of here. I'm scared.
Even though you were in on it,
even though I knew what was coming, I was still scared.
It's a guy, he's collecting his luggage from the baggage claim, waiting for it all to come out, but his luggage doesn't come out. Instead, it's the items that are in his luggage coming out on the belt one by one.
Oh my goodness. Was it staged?
That's what I thought, but they show where it's like coming out from behind. I thought it could be just somebody off camera.
Yeah, just putting it on the belt.
Just dropping stuff on the belt,
yeah.
But it's coming up, like, you know how they're like some baggage claims.
They come up
where
and then
it comes
down?
up through the middle.
Yeah.
Instead of out from the wall. And this one comes up through the middle, and it's like one pair of socks, one shoe, one pair of underwear. Why are they called pairs of underwear, by the way? It doesn't make sense. But one pair of underwear, and it's just time after time, one thing at a time, until finally his actual bag comes out, and some of it's closed up and some of it's not. Obviously a bunch of stuff fell out.
Yeah.
And so he has to gather it all up and put it.
That's so crazy. Right. Make sure you put all the stuff that was on the belt in a little area where it needs to be washed before you wear it.
Yeah.
Because that belt's probably full of germs.
There's so many things. I mean, hopefully all that was clean in the first place, but there's so many things about this. You think about the different aspects, particularly the person on the other end of the belt.
Yeah, having to put this out.
Was just it wasn't all coming at once either. It wasn't like there was a pile of the stuff that fell out and they just picked it up and put it on. It was like, oh, here's a pair of socks, and they have to chuck it on the belt.
I bet you what happened was they were because I see how they move those bags. They're throwing them from one area to the next.
Care.
And so they probably threw the bag. It opened up by mistake and stuff spilled onto the floor. And so they grabbed one thing at a time, and they're just putting them on the belt, and the belt's just moving, it's just going. And so that's why it came out one pair of socks, one pair of underwear, all of this stuff randomly.
Yeah. I if I'm him, I'm just happy that I got all my stuff back, because I always worry about this. I'm like, what if the zipper just comes undone somehow when you're traveling? And I just assume that you never get that stuff back. It flies out of the plane or something. I just assume you never get it back. And this guy, it seems that he got everything back. He did have to suffer some pretty brutal embarrassment. But
doesn't look like the airport was too busy.
I don't know if it's because it was late, or it was because it took so long for him to get all the stuff that everybody had already gotten their things and left. But there wasn't really anybody else around except for his family. So at least there's that.
And now it's on TikTok.
But also it's on TikTok. So
so now everybody in the world can see it, including us. And now we're talking about it on the radio.
And it seems that everybody is just as confused as he was. Yeah. Nobody can really understand how this happened.
It's very, very odd.
Because it's just one flap of his duffel that's undone.
Yeah.
But I guess he collected all his stuff, and the price was just embarrassment.
Maybe it's time to invest in some locks for those zippers.
Or do what I do. Carry on.
Yeah.
Just carry it all on.
Yep.
If you can't fit in a carry on, your trip is too long. Here's something at least for me, I haven't thought about at the Olympics. I didn't really consider. But if you watch any figure skating, you keep in mind, the figure skaters have to fund their outfits themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're not talking cheap either. The outfits, the costumes that figure skaters are expected to wear start at the cheapest level is probably $1,500.
Yeah.
Or $1,500.
Oof.
And can range up to about $9,000. And this is something that is not paid for by sponsors or by their
team,
their federation. Yeah. It's just out of pocket. They got to figure it out themselves.
That is expensive.
Yeah. What a cost of doing business.
I think I kind of actually knew this, and not that it was this expensive at the time, but I watched the film that Margot Robbie is playing I can't remember her name.
Tonya, yeah.
Tonya Harding. She plays the skater. And
great movie.
Yeah, and she's like, how can I get a fair shot here? She feels like she's getting unfairly judged. Mm-hmm. And they are telling her, your costume isn't up to standard, because she was making her own costume because she could not afford to buy one. And so they were kind of not judging her fairly, or not giving her the points that maybe somebody else would get just based off of her costume. So the costume, it does play a role in how the judges view you.
Which is, honestly, I don't know. Would anybody want to watch figure skating if they were just in T-shirts? Actually, probably yes, because they put the training on like while they're not wearing as elaborate costumes, of course.
Yeah.
On Peacock, and I mean, they're streaming that to somebody.
People are still watching it.
So it feels like it's not exactly right. And you think about, like, obviously it's one thing if you're a guy who didn't get a medal, Ilya Milinin, if he wants to spend $9,000 on a costume and he's got all these endorsement deals probably and whatever, even though they're not directly paying for it, he's making money.
Yeah, he's definitely making money. He did get a medal, by the way, just not in the solo
There's a lot of individuals that are going to the Olympics that are not, you never know their names. Maybe in their country, it's kind of a big deal for a week, but then but that's it.
Yeah.
And being a big deal for a week doesn't pay for a $9,000 costume.
Yeah, it's not good enough. I agree. I bet you, similar to pageants, you know, like the toddlers and tiaras people, you know, those people spend thousands of dollars on their kids to get fake teeth and insane makeup, insane hair, and new dresses. And it's like, what are you actually getting from this other than winning a couple trophies? So I don't know. There's people who find a way to justify crazy amounts of spending all the time.
When I think about the other Olympic sports, like you see people competing in them, and they're the ones that you don't think about the other 4 years. And maybe, again, in some countries, maybe those sports are bigger and you can't actually make a living out of it. But I think the majority of the athletes at the Olympics, they have to do something else.
Yeah.
That's not their main thing, is whatever but they're competing because they love it. And, you know, it is a big accomplishment. But it sucks for figure skating that it can't just be about the competition. It has to be about your clothes.
Yeah, it's awesome. The clothes are big. The clothes and the presentation, because it's a show, right? You know?
That makes me feel very validated in picking ice dancing as the worst of the Winter Olympic sports.
I knew you were going to say that.
Have you bought any Girl Scout cookies this year yet? 8772 Radio U. I'll tell you what, a lot of people have bought a lot of Girl Scout cookies from Pim Neal.
Pim Neal, what a cute name.
Pim Neal is a 6-year-old Girl Scout from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. She's a Daisy Scout. I guess what is that, like the young?
That must be the youngest level. I don't really know how Girl Scouts works, honestly.
Pim Neal has sold since January 6th nearly 87. I would be impressed at that. 87 boxes. But she's sold 87,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. Yeah.
What?
She's 6 years old.
How can we hire this girl?
I know.
She's a sales expert.
She said apparently within 3 days she had sold 800 boxes. 800 boxes in 3 days.
3 days?
As of mid-February, which I guess is now, she has sold nearly 87,000 boxes. And I'm reading that correctly. 87000.
Oh my gosh.
Which now she's moved on, and her goal is very specific, 100,026 boxes.
Okay, so she wants, there's certain prizes that she's lined up. I guess that's why she has that specific number, including a trip to Niagara Falls.
Dang. The Girl Scouts must have come up with that number being like, nobody's ever going to get this.
No one's going to reach this.
We're not actually going to have to give one of the Girl Scouts a trip to Niagara Falls, are we?
Definitely not a 6-year-old from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but sure enough, this gal is most of the way there now. So that is, I mean, honestly, so impressive. Like I said, I would be impressed 87 boxes. I know the Girl Scout cookies are so good they kind of sell themselves.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and like you're thinking too, oh, it's her parents. Like they probably just have a lot of friends. They have friends that buy $87,000 boxes worth of Girl Scout cookies. No, she's got to be selling to strangers. And think about the dollars amount that would be.
Yeah. That's a lot of money because those cookies are not cheap.
Yeah, what are they? I mean, I have no idea. Like $8 a box? They're expensive.
I feel like that's probably accurate. Yeah, I have not bought Girl Scout cookies in a very, very long time because there's so much more money than what they used to be.
She sold like almost $1 million worth of Girl Scout cookies. She's 6 years old.
Oh, the Girl Scouts have to be loving her. They have to. I mean, come on, give her the Niagara Falls trip already.
Seriously.
Give it to her.
I'm afraid afraid of what this girl is going to turn into when she grows up. You know what I mean?
She is a mega salesman. I have to say, though, the pictures and video of her, she's adorable. If she showed up at my door selling Girl Scout cookies, there's no way I could say no to those cute little chubby cheeks. She's so cute.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she has that going for her, but I mean, honestly, most 6-year-old girls kind of have that going for them.
I feel like...
So she's got something extra special going on.
Yeah, I feel like there's something with her that she's got a good sales speech or something.
She must.
She's talking about a puppy that died. I don't know.
Not afraid to get out there.
She's convincing the public, clearly.
Yeah.
Dang, Pim.
You just imagine the things that she is going... If she can sell 87,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies at 6... What is she going to be? What product is she going to be moving?
I know.
When she's 16. When she's 26.
Everybody's going to be trying to get Pim on their team.
She's going to own the town of Pittsburgh, the city of Pittsburgh. She's going to be the mayor.
Yeah.
She's not going to be the mayor. She could be if she wanted to, but she's
got bigger fish to fry.
She's not going to be elected to office. She's going to functionally own Pittsburgh because everybody will have bought something from her. On the menu today is the new bakery collection from M&M's. There are 3 flavors, 1, 2, 3 for the RadioU Mornings YouTube channel audience. You can see them all. We have peanut butter cinnamon roll, cherry chocolate cupcake, and lemon meringue pie.
All right.
We're supposed to vote. I have the website pulled up here. The M&M's Bakery Collection website, and you're supposed to try them all and then vote by May 15th.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happens next. Maybe whoever...
whichever flavor wins.
Maybe whoever created it gets a Hyundai Elantra or something. I don't know. But, which one do you want to try first, Allie?
I say I feel like lemon meringue pie is probably the most poignant, like in your face
Strong flavor?
Yeah, and so let's start maybe with that. Let's have that one last.
Save it for last.
Yeah.
Let's do peanut butter cinnamon roll first.
Okay.
That seems the most normal to me.
Okay.
I guess even though I've never had a peanut butter cinnamon roll in my life.
It's a big M&M.
Yeah. The lemon meringue ones are noticeably smaller in size and stature.
It's very good, but also I'm not getting a whole lot of cinnamon. It just is kind of like a regular M&M. With like maybe a hint of, the peanut butter. Like a peanut butter M&M.
Subtle but pretty good.
Yeah, I say it's really good, but it just tastes to me like a regular peanut butter M&M.
That's going to be hard to top though. It's going to be hard because it's
already
just
so good.
Peanut butter M&M, yeah, which is probably the superior M&M. Okay, then let's do cherry chocolate cupcake next.
Okay. All right, you can go first for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And these M&Ms to me seem like they are getting progressively smaller.
Yeah, that's right.
The cinnamon one, it was quite large, and then these ones are a little bit smaller, and then the lemon meringue ones are like much more like a regular M&M size.
But rounder. This is definitely a much more noticeable flavor. That the cherry is very noticeable.
Yeah, the cherry is strong.
I don't know that it's like artificial or what it is, but I just don't care for it very much.
It tastes like medicine to me.
Yeah, that's right. It just doesn't feel fun.
Nope, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't think that's
nope.
I mean, that's nowhere near as good as the peanut butter cinnamon roll.
No, the cinnamon roll one was actually good and enjoyable.
I feel like I need a palate cleanser though, because that kind of sticks with you.
That cherry literally tastes as if I was just downing a drink of cough syrup.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's that bitter, but
to me,
it's still got the same vibes to it.
To me, it was that bad. So,
all right, lemon meringue. It all falls on you, lemon meringue pie.
Just had to take a drink of water.
Whoa!
I knew this was going to be a strong flavor. Mm-hmm. It's
way
the lemon.
Different. Way different because it's not chocolate at all.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Yeah,
texturally, it's different.
It's way lighter inside. Airier.
I kind of love that.
You like that?
I like that a lot. I'm going to have a second one just to see.
My first instinct is it tastes too much like a cleaning product. It doesn't taste chemically, but you know what I mean? It just reminds me too much of Pledge.
I guess a lot of cleaning products are scented with lemon because it's a strong scent. But Yeah, I like that. It's different. It's very different from a regular M&M.
It's kind of fresh, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a fun little. It breaks everything else up. I think it's light.
I think it's like I've had 3. I think I'm okay with the lemon meringue pie.
Yeah,
like that one I can kind of see going back to. The cherry chocolate cupcake I do not want to eat again.
No, never.
Then it's boring, but I still think the peanut butter cinnamon roll is the best, though.
I agree. I think that's the best for me, which is hilarious because it just tastes like a regular peanut butter M&M. So even if they do make this a regular flavor, I'm not going to be like going out of my way to probably get that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It doesn't feel like the assignment, like to make a creative bakery
completely
flavor.
New.
Feels like the lemon meringue pie wins.
Yeah.
But the one that I would most want to eat is the peanut butter cinnamon roll.
I agree.
So I guess I'll have to vote for that.
Yeah.
By May 15th of this year on the M&M's website. That is the M&M's Bakery Collection. If you've tried all 3, let us know what you think is the best at 8772-RADIO-U or with the talkback button in the RadioU app. And if you haven't tried all 3, avoid the cherry chocolate cupcake.
Yeah, don't. If you like cherry medicine, you'll be fine.
We just got through Valentine's Day weekend. Hope everybody had a nice time. With Valentine's Day, you see a lot of people. It seems like everybody out seems to be in a relationship over the weekend. And, some more functional than others, I'd say.
Okay.
We probably all know people like this, right? That are in a relationship that you can, everybody knows it's unhealthy for them. Like one of the 2 people definitely is not healthy for the other.
Yeah.
And yet, like at some point, what can you actually do about it? Where is it your place to say blah, blah, blah?
Right.
I saw one this weekend. This is maybe not exactly the same thing, but I just feel like I need to tell this story. I was at Texas Roadhouse. That's where we went, me and Mrs. Hudson.
Nice. Okay.
And we weren't alone because a lot of people were at Texas Roadhouse. It was so busy, in fact, that when we were walking in, they were asking everybody, did you check in online ahead of time?
Yeah.
Because the wait was like literally over 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And so we did check in online. I planned ahead. Smart.
Good job.
But not everyone was thinking that far ahead. There was another guy. He was in a Canadian tuxedo.
Oh.
So jean jacket, jean pants.
Yep.
With his girlfriend, and they did not check in online.
Uh-oh.
And when they got to the stand, they're like, basically, it was late enough too where they're like, essentially, we are just not going to be able to seat you because there's so many people waiting.
Yeah.
And it's late enough. And the woman goes, and it's a holiday, so I really can't get you in. And the guy kind of stammers like he's going to come up with some kind of argument.
Yeah.
And then realizing he really doesn't have one. But then he's kind of like, fine, then I guess we'll just go somewhere else. Like, where are you going to find? Where else are you going to go?
There's not a lot of options.
Or like they're going to go, no, wait, come back.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not.
Yeah.
But on his parting words killed me because she goes, it's a holiday. We just can't get you in at you can't just walk in. He goes, before he walks out the door, he says, and it's not a federal holiday. You got him.
So what?
Yeah.
You should know that
actually,
the top thing to do for Valentine's Day is go out to eat.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a federal holiday or not.
Yeah.
So what's she supposed to? Good point, sir. I have a table for you right here.
Yeah.
Since it's not a federal holiday. You're on to us.
He gets a special room.
And obviously that doesn't say a whole lot about that relationship, but at the same time, he kind of ruined Valentine's Day. He didn't plan ahead. Yeah. He knew enough to know he should take his girlfriend out for Valentine's Day. Not enough to know that he should probably make some kind of reservations call ahead. Just think it through ahead of time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess there's much worse relationships you could be in. But you see that, and I don't know, you feel bad for that gal a little bit. But you think of like the other people you know in your life that have gone through the unhealthy relationships. It's just like, why are they still going through that when we can see that it's not
so
working
bad
out
for them?
Yeah, it's not helping them. But the truth is, many of us are in that case. It's not necessarily a romantic relationship, but maybe you have an unhealthy relationship with your phone or an unhealthy relationship with alcohol or drugs or porn or AI or whatever. There's so many things it could actually be.
Yeah.
Where you get into it and maybe at first, they said something nice about you. Oh, it helped me out when I needed it.
Yeah.
But then for some reason you never leave. You never get like in a healthy position with that. and to the point where it takes over, like everybody else can see, they need to get off their phone, but you can't do it.
Right.
And that's where Jesus comes in. Because what is the cure, I think, for an unhealthy relationship is a healthy one. Is actually seeing what a real relationship is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
What real love and what a real, like, two-sided relationship is supposed to be. God loves you. He wants to have a real relationship with you where he's adding something to your life and not draining you like so many other things will. And all you have to do is reach out and say, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to leave some of this other stuff behind. And I know it's going to be a process. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. But I'm ready to find out what a real, actual relationship should be.
Yeah. In a world where so much is competing for our attention and our love, we should give it to the one place that's worthy of that attention and love. And that's Jesus. That's the only fulfillment we will find in a relationship. We will find fulfillment in relationships with people for sure. I'm not saying don't invest in people. It's important to do that. But like ultimate fulfillment comes in a relationship with Jesus.
Yeah. So find out what that's like. If you're ready to leave some unhealthiness behind in your life and start something new, that's what God is there for. He's ready to add to your life without taking away. If you want to know more, start talking to him wherever you are, or go to radiou.com/free gift. That's a great place to start as well. What would it be the Winter Olympics without some controversy? 8772 Radio U. And this time around, it's curling that's been rocked by a cheating scandal.
Ha 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 ha. Funny.
Both men's and women's curling has had a spotlight shown on it that has unveiled that some double touching may be occurring.
Double touching? That sounds so wrong. But is it both men's and women's? I thought it was just men's.
I've seen controversy around the men's and women's.
Wow.
It started with Team Canada.
I saw this. This clip went viral, and it was hilarious to me.
Yeah, where Canada was playing Sweden. Sweden accused Canada of double touching, which is where you're releasing the stone.
Yeah.
And then you touch it after your hand has gone off of it. You touch it again.
Yeah, once you passed a certain line, you're not allowed to touch the stone anymore. And they're supposed to let go of the little handle. And what was shown twice, at least I saw, was that Team Canada looked as if they touched the stone after letting go of the handle and after it had gone past the hog line where you're supposed to no longer be able to touch the stone. So that was the big controversy, and Sweden kept talking to the judges when they were like, are we going to keep allowing this? Are you not seeing this? And then eventually it finally came to a point where they were just like, they started yelling and cursing at one another. So it was wild.
That was a few days ago. Canada's women's curling team lost an actual point because they were caught double touching.
Wow.
And so then you're like, oh, it's a Canada thing. They're cheating. No, because so did Great Britain's men's team.
Uh-oh.
So it's apparently the double touching is running rampant through these top tier curlers. And so I don't even know. Obviously, it's one of those things at the Winter Olympics where you don't follow these sports the rest of the time, so you don't really know the rules or how it works, or, I don't know what to make of this.
That was one rule that I definitely understood immediately, which is just you cannot touch the stone once it's past that line. Because I always kind of wondered, how do they know when to release it?
Yeah.
They have to release it before that line. And so what's funny to me is that they want to introduce something like VAR to stop this from happening. I'm sorry, your sport is curling.
Yeah.
We cannot dedicate VAR to curling. Maybe a sensor or something like that, but actual room of people to review footage, like, no way. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Apparently basically the curling, world curling is what they call it, has said as much, where they're like, we have a certain amount of judges, and so they've kind of assigned them to like keep a close eye for this now.
Yeah.
Which is why some people are losing points over it. But it's not like they can have somebody dedicated
they don't have the infrastructure.
at every line. Because there's like 4 matches going on at a time.
Right.
All day long throughout the Olympics. That's a lot to ask anybody to do when you have, their certain set of resources. Now, I guess you could wonder if this is such an important rule and such a big advantage, why they've never thought about this before, of like having cameras or somebody else. So to me, I feel like it's probably not that big of a deal. It's just like, it's the rules.
It's probably not a big deal, but yeah, it's the rules, so you got to follow it. And I actually think I saw a commentator point this out in an earlier game that I was watching between the United States and Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And the United States were sweeping, and one of the United States players thought he might have accidentally touched a stone with his foot while sweeping. Because, you have to maneuver on the ice around these stones.
That's what always impresses me. They don't fall over.
Yeah.
And they don't accidentally kick the stones.
They don't actually kick. That's what I'd be doing. But he didn't actually do it. But he called himself out on it. And he was like, let's check and make sure I didn't touch your stone and move it, or touch my stone and move it into a more advantageous position for us. And so the commentator pointed out, like, that's what we need to see in a game like curling, is more honesty and just like, it's in the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
You're just being like,
it's like golf. It's the honor
up.
system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. Does this make you more likely to watch curling because of the controversy?
I mean, I was eating up the drama between Sweden and Canada. It was actually so funny.
I'm really enjoying the curling now.
I love curling.
I'm enjoying it, except Canada, maybe this is in their heads or something, but they've kind of been sucking, even though they're supposed to be the best. So
I thought the men's team was doing pretty good.
I keep losing.
No.
Get your advice in for this Fired or Hired on RadioU Mornings at 877-2-RADIO-U, or with the talkback button in the new RadioU app. We have a gal who says, I might want to quit my job over this.
Oh, no.
She says, I work at a local family restaurant. A local family-owned restaurant. We currently have myself and 2 other cashiers available. I would say I'm a very good worker, but lately my job has been really upsetting me. I have requested to be off on Friday, February 13th, a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Because I had a tattoo appointment, and me and my friends were doing a Galentine's. But when we got our schedules for what is now last week, my request was denied. Mind you, they gave one of the other 2 cashiers, the newest one, the 14th off, Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Which she requested. I was surprised they gave her that day off because they are very strict about asking for holidays off. I worked Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's. This, plus many other things, make me want to quit, but I don't know if I'm being over dramatic and a crybaby. Please help.
Okay.
8772-RADIO-U. What is the advice for this cashier that had to work the Friday before Valentine's Day, even though one of the other cashiers got their time off request for Valentine's Day approved?
Yeah.
8772-RADIO-U. We need to know your thoughts. You could also use the talkback button in the new RadioU app. We have a gal who says a couple weeks ago she had requested to have Friday off, Friday the 13th, like this past Friday, the night before Valentine's Day, to get a tattoo done and to have a Galentine's Day celebration. She found out when the schedule was posted that her time off was denied. She was going to have to work that Friday. Meanwhile, though, one of the other 2 cashiers, the newest hire, had time off approved for Valentine's Day the next day. So our person is wondering, should she quit? She's feeling really upset about this.
Yeah.
But is she being overdramatic? 8772-RADIO-U. Let us know your thoughts. Allie, what are the texts saying?
So far, I've heard from my cousin Kathy, who says, unfortunately, retail and restaurant jobs, everyone is replaceable, so you kind of just have to suck it up.
Yeah, suck it up, or, you can definitely...
Move on?
You can move on, but if you're just moving on to another similar job, chances are you'll get something very similar.
Run into same stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we heard from Jordan, who says, it's how adult life works. You don't always get what you want. Only you get to decide if you quit your job over it, but your next job might be worse. It's kind of what we just said.
Yeah, seriously. We also heard from Kai. He said they should tell you sooner if they're going to deny your day off, especially if you have an appointment. But unfortunately, this is real life. If you want to quit, make sure you have other work lined up. Otherwise, seriously think about whether or not the frustration you're currently feeling is worth giving up a source of income.
Yeah, I'm always that way. I guess it's a little different if you're younger and it's not a full-time job, but
right.
Definitely like have something lined up. you can be looking for another job. There's no rule that says you can't.
Yeah.
At least
while you're currently
working as a cashier at a family-owned restaurant.
Best time to look for another job. While you currently have income coming in, you should be looking for another job.
Rylan says, if you work this kind of hourly job, you don't always get the days you request off. If you decide to quit every job that denies PTO so you can have a Galentine's Day and get tattoos, you'll end up in a very bad place before too long. Additionally, don't look at or focus on new hires. You have no idea what that person negotiated or asked for when they were hired. They may have already asked for that day off.
Yeah, and they could have had like a doctor's appointment. And so, some things that are just a little bit more understandable why they would get a day off,
And then the other thing I'm thinking is, because she said there's 3 cashiers. I don't know how many do they normally have like at the restaurant at the time.
Yeah.
Because they may have, this newest person may have requested Valentine's Day off, and they're like, we weren't going to schedule on Valentine's Day anyway. It's going to be busy, and you're new. Why would we want you gumming up the works when you're not as trained and ready to go? But then the other, so I wouldn't dwell too much on that.
Yes.
But the other thing that if you're in an hourly job like this, where the schedule's put out a week before or whatever, once you see the schedule, I know there's only 2 other employees apparently that can do your job, but the classic move is, once
ask
you're
somebody
scheduled,
to cover.
Yeah, switch with somebody. See if you can get somebody to switch. Maybe the new hire wasn't scheduled on Friday, and you could have scheduled her to see if you could switch with her because you didn't care about working Valentine's Day anyways.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of other circumstances involved, but at the end of the day, I don't think if you want to quit your job over this, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. This is not, the kind of job that you can find. They're always looking for other people.
People are always hiring in these type of jobs.
Wherever you wind up going, eventually you may wind up into the exact same situation.
Yeah.
So.
And I guess we should say she let us know her age. She's very young. Like, this is not, a working professional that, is working a full-time job. We don't know what hours she's working. But this is just, as you said, this is, it comes with the territory with this type of job. But don't fret. Like, as you continue on in your life as a working adult, hopefully the situations you find yourself in will be better and better, and you won't run into these problems.
Yeah.
And so, but this is just, unfortunately, as many people have already said, a normal experience with retail, restaurants, all of that.
If you ever have a fired or hired that you need help with, email mornings@radiou.com. We're happy to help. I'm going to say something that's going to blow your mind, Allie. I've got a viral trend that experts actually might be okay with.
What?
8772 Radio U. I don't know if you've seen anybody talking about dark showering.
No.
It's literally
showering in the dark?
Yeah, taking a shower with less lights on.
Just less lights or all lights off?
I'm seeing it being kind of mood lighting where it's dark in there, but it's dark enough, but then you might have, I don't know about candles or just,
a tiny little lamp or something.
Yeah, just some ambiance, but not you just can't have the lights on.
I don't do that for showers, but I do that for baths.
Yeah.
I like to have mood lighting for bath time.
I feel like baths are meant to be relaxing like that.
Yeah.
And you're sitting, you're laying down, so it's kind of less risky.
Yeah.
But a shower, you're standing up, you're grabbing stuff off the shelves.
Right. If you're shaving,
that's right.
You don't want to cut yourself.
But while those are, I guess, risks, experts actually say, depending on when you're showering, the idea of having kind of mood lighting or doing the dark showering trend could actually make sense.
Okay.
While there's not a lot of actual research specifically done on dark showering specifically.
Yeah.
The thought process would be, though, that a lot of people either shower at night before you go to bed or in the morning when you're first waking up. And so showering in the dark, if that's especially the first thing you do, can kind of help ease you into the day with your circadian rhythm, where your body kind of will then naturally adjust to getting the day started rather than flicking on the bright lights and kind of having it be a bit more harsh and, a bit more of a rapid wake up.
Yeah. Well, some people need that rapid wake up.
Yeah.
Some people don't give themselves a lot of time to have this slow burn wake up, that's just over time you're waking up. They need that turn the light on, get in the shower for 5 minutes and then, get clean and get out the door.
But then alternatively, if you're thinking if you shower at night,
then you're settling down for bed.
Yeah, that gives you obviously you have to let your hair dry and stuff, but it gives you the chance to you're Some people do, but you shouldn't be using your phone in the shower. You're probably not actually using your phone.
Hopefully you're not doing that.
So no screens in the shower. You dim the lights, and then that kind of gives you like mind and body like calming down for bed. So I think that makes a lot of sense too.
That definitely does make a lot of sense. But I will say there's something about the hot water itself that to me is relaxing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And so my concern is if I took a shower in the morning and it was dark with the hot water,
you would want to go back to bed.
That would not help me get started for the day. I don't think that would ease me into the day. I think that would ease me right back to sleep. But if you've tried dark showering, let us know. If you've never heard of it and now you're interested, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Is there any celebrity crush that you would consider a red flag on a first date? 8772 Radio U.
Maybe?
Because this is something that's been going around on TikTok. Some gals saying that you should always ask a guy on a first date who his celebrity crush is. Ask who the crush is and how he would pursue her. Which feels like a kind of wild question to me.
That's very specific.
But just simply who his, according to these people on TikTok, who his celebrity crush is could be a red flag. Why don't I throw out some common names at you, see if you think these are red flags.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right, first date, a guy says a celebrity crush is Margot Robbie.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney.
Definitely makes sense.
Ana de Armas.
Definitely makes sense.
Okay, so like a popular actress probably is fine.
Yeah.
What about Livy Dunn?
Okay. Yeah.
Because that's one of the ones that's thrown out as a red flag.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what this one woman just goes, Olivia Dunn, absolute red flag.
I don't get why that's a red flag. She seems very similar to me to like a Sydney Sweeney type.
I could see if I'm trying to make it work in my mind.
Okay.
The reason that she might be problematic or, maybe more of a red flag is because Sydney Sweeney is in like movies. Like she's famous for acting as well as being beautiful. Livy Dunn is a gymnast, which guys are watching gymnast stuff.
Yeah.
And she's not, is she even the best? Like, is she even really great at gym or is she just like,
she's not on like Team USA.
Yeah, right. So
she's not rivaling Simone Biles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's really just kind of like, you just like her because she's hot.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
And so I guess since there's no more depth to it than that, maybe that's the problem.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Like the main reason why she's popular was because she started making TikTok videos as a very pretty LSU Tigers gymnast and then started dating a very successful baseball player. So, yeah, I guess I can see why that would be a problem potentially.
Again, if it's literally just celebrity crush and it's kind of the idea of like, well, like,
I just find
this is what
attractive.
A person I find attractive, then what would be wrong with it?
Yeah,
so I guess
think she
it kind of
still
depends
fits.
on your definition of celebrity crush.
Yeah, I think she still fits into that category of somebody that can be a celebrity crush. Because at the end of the day, how I view celebrity crushes is it's like somebody that's like, I don't know if I want to say out of your league, but just like it's pretty impossible to ever imagine a circumstance where you would come across this person or ever have an ability to even be in a relationship with them.
Right.
So it's just like a dream scenario almost.
Yeah.
Like I know I could never actually date this person, but I find them to be attractive.
So you don't necessarily, as a woman, think that asking a guy his celebrity crush is a good litmus test on a first date.
No, I think it can be fun, a fun way to get to know somebody and be like, if they did have a weird answer, it'd be fun to ask them why that is their celebrity crush. But yeah, I don't find any of those four women to be like, oh my gosh, how dare you like that person.
Especially with Livia Dunn thrown out as the
red flag.
The absolute.
Right.
Literally the quote, absolute red flag.
But
what? Now, what about going the step further of asking how they would pursue the celebrity crush?
Don't get that question at all because I think the reason why you even ask about a celebrity crush is because it's a dream scenario.
Yeah.
It's unrealistic.
But see if you like this reasoning though. The reason this woman is talking about this is she says if the answer involves like grand gestures and over the top stuff, then the question is, why wouldn't he do that for me? And so therefore she's not going to tolerate low effort dating.
Oh my gosh. TikTok, please stop. This is ridiculous. Obviously, if a guy is thinking dream scenario, very unrealistic circumstances, he's going to go over the top. He's thinking the Bachelor level dates. You know, we have a date where we shut down the Brooklyn Bridge, you know, or something like that. But no, that's not what's going to happen with just you.
I also think if it's somebody like that, in your mind as a guy, you might think, oh, I do all this crazy stuff for a gal that, you know, for Livia Dunne or whoever it is. But that also comes off, especially if you don't know the person at all, it's actually kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I said this before. The line between how you like woo the person, it can be very blurred between creepy to so sweet and cute.
But I also don't think the guys getting put on this spot with this question have actually even thought about that.
Yeah, they don't know it's a test like this.
Yeah, they've never pre-thought about like how they're going to woo Sydney Sweeney.
By the way, as a guy, you can't do an over-the-top gesture. Like when you're single and you're just going out for coffees, you can't do an over-the-top gesture for every single gal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's impossible to require that.
It's already expensive enough to date, and now you want me.
You're talking in hypotheticals. Yeah. Why are you putting actual
when you have time
literal
to
judgment?
Plan, and it's a celebrity that's a millionaire, you got to kind of do things a little differently.
Yeah, like on a different scale. So yeah, don't use this as a basis to judge if this guy is good to be in a relationship with. There's much better litmus tests to run with.
It's funny. I kind of coming into this, I was like, yeah, actually, that might be a good test. And now you've kind of talked me into like, no, this is.
I think it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little unhinged.
Like it's a fun question to ask.
Yeah,
but like,
just let it be fun.
Don't make it serious.
Let us know what your Olympic highlight of the weekend was. I know we've seen a lot of people in the text chiming in saying they've watched a lot of Olympics. Allie, I know you and I have watched a lot of Olympics. What's your Olympic highlight? What's something that has caught your eye the last few days?
I've definitely enjoyed watching the hockey, even though for U.S. hockey it hasn't been exactly competitive games. I would say the game against Denmark was a little closer than I expected.
Yeah, that was the one with the goal from center ice, right?
Yeah. Swayman just completely lost the puck in boards for some reason around the ice that are completely black or almost completely black.
Yeah, they're very dark.
Yeah, and so I kind of understand why he lost it, but I also think if Hellebuck would have been in as our goalie for that game, I don't think it would have happened to him. So I'm a little on the train of like, I think Swayman might not be ready for the moment. So that worries me. But hopefully Connor will be able to play in the more important, more close games, i.e. Canada.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been my highlight so far. But I've really just been watching a whole bunch of a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like just anything that's on, I'm just turning it on.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just looking for whatever is live at the moment.
Yeah.
And or stuff that I don't know what already happened and just watching so much of it. And,
right.
It has been a little frustrating. I know you said you haven't had any issues with the Peacock app.
Yeah.
It's been driving me crazy because I'll open up stuff that's like in the middle of the thing and it'll be like, this event will start shortly and we'll never do anything unless you back out. Like you have to back out and go back in until it finally actually starts up. Shows it.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's been doing that. It's been where there's events that I know after events end, it will still show it live for some period of time.
And then it'll conclude.
Yeah. Where it'll say this event is concluded or whatever, but it'll still show up as like a live thing you can watch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm seeing other events where it says it's live and then you go in and it's not that.
Yeah.
And where it's like, why is nothing happening? Why is this here? So I've had a few like odd issues with Peacock and I've just been, or like you click on one thing and it'll be something different than what it says. So,
yeah.
I don't know, but I guess that's just me. But I've watched a lot of hockey, but I also have been like kind of giving other things priority.
Okay.
Because hockey, the games haven't actually mattered yet.
Yeah, they're not very competitive.
Every team is still involved.
Yeah.
Even France, they lost 10-2 to Canada yesterday. They still could win a medal. I don't think they will, but they're not eliminated.
Yeah.
You know, so I haven't been paying attention as much. I mean, I've been paying attention, but I've been watching that as much as when other stuff is on. And it's like, this is for a medal.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see what happens.
I think the closest thing I've been watching really in that sense of like paying attention to how the variables are going is actually curling, weirdly enough.
Curling's been fun.
Curling has been so fun. I don't think I've ever watched this much Olympic curling ever.
Yeah.
Like I've watched curling before, but I have never watched it this much.
Yeah, I've been on the curling. I get sometimes, I've watched a little bit of it, just about everything.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like I don't know if I've really watched moguls before, but I watched it this year.
Yeah.
And I still think it's probably the hardest sport to watch because my knees hurt so bad watching.
That's the one. Well, it wasn't moguls. What was the one where the guy from Brazil won the gold medal?
Yes, that was the first ever South American to ever win.
There was a time, it's been fixed now, but there was a time in these Winter Olympics where Brazil had more gold medals than Canada.
No. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was the skiing, but I don't remember what event.
But that was amazing.
That was amazing. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.